the journey into the Sfarim and the soul of the Alter Rebbe, founder of Torah Chassidus Chabad. Alter Rebbe assumed leadership and developed the teachings of Chassidus Chabad the year 1772, and his Nesias, his leadership, would span until 1812. And what did the Alter Rebbe offer us? What he did was, he developed a comprehensive blueprint, taking the short Torahs of the Baal Shem Tov and the Magid, turning them and codifying them into an approach of study, of prayer, of meditation, of character development, and applying these abstract concepts in a way that each of us can comprehend them. Chabad, Chochmah Bina Das. And apply them to our personal lives. And hence the Torah of the Alter Rebbe is far more expansive than the Baal Shem Tov and the Magid. And just a short overview of these Sfarim. Of course, Sefer Tanya, Torah Shebksav of Chassidus. This the Alter Rebbe himself wrote, as well as some other writings, Shulchan Aruch, Hilchos Talmud Torah. Many things were not published in the Alter Rebbe's lifetime, the Tanya was. But the bulk of the Chassidus of the Alter Rebbe were actually not written by the Alter Rebbe, they were written by Menachem. The Maimorim that he developed, that he said every Shabbos and Yom Tov and by Chassidus and so on, they were written by Menachem. Maniach is someone who commits to paper that which he heard. The Alter Rebbe had primarily 5 Menachem. His brother Mariel, Rabbi Yehuda Leib, his son the Mittler Rebbe, who would become the Mittler Rebbe, another son Rabbi Moshe, Rabbi Pinchas Reizes, and the Tzemach Tzedek, in the time when he was able to begin documenting and writing down these Maimorim. And this turned into an entire corpus of writings. We call it Maimori Admur Azoken. It consists of over 20 volumes covering the Parshas, covering the holidays, as well as different occasions. And what does these teachings contain? They take Chassidus, and as I said, turn it into an intellectual and emotional process. Now, some may wonder, is this not somewhat compromising? The passion and the spark ignited by the Baal Shem Tov, the Etzem. As a matter of fact, some of the Alter Rebbe's colleagues criticized him for that. Some compared it to like a gun. It's loaded, you have everything there but the spark. Because you're turning Chassidus into another academic exercise. The whole point of the Baal Shem Tov was to touch the Etzem, the joy, the raw passion. That's even in a simple Jew. But in a very powerful Maimer, Yutes Kislev Podav V'Shalom Tafresh Pehei, the Frierdiker Rebbe, in the name of his father, the Rebbe Rashab, explains, are quite the contrary. To be able to take these fundamental principles that are coming from places that are undefined and inexpressible, the Etzem, and put that into words that we can all understand, requires going even deeper into the Etzem, deeper into the core teachings. To put it simply, when you love someone, when you love something, you don't want to just love it in the essence of your soul. You want to love it in every fiber of your being, in your mind, in your heart, in your thought, speech, and action. And you want to understand as much as you can the love of God that the Baal Shem Tov, the Magid taught, coming down into the specifics, that we can understand it with our rational minds, was not bringing it down into trying to understand God. On the contrary, the love is so deep that it could even permeate intelligence and emotions and our day-to-day thought, speech, and actions. And in the book of Tanya, the Sefer Tanya, the Kadisha, and other Maimorim, the Alter Rebbe develops this into a full comprehensive system. What is the purpose of our existence, writes the Alter Rebbe? V'zeh kol ha'odam v'tachlis b'riyoseh. Ubrias kol ha'elemis elyenim v'tachtenim lias le'dira zu b'tachtenim. The Rebbe chose this as one of the Yud Beis Psuk Memore Chazal. Because this captures the idea that it's not just enough to have a relationship with God. Not just enough that the core soul is touched and has a kukuriku. But you have to come down into this world, in this material world, as the Alter Rebbe elaborates in chapter 36 in Tanya, not in the spiritual worlds, in this material lowest of worlds, and transform it. Bringing the deepest levels of the divine in this world, and it's only in this world where we fulfill that desire. And this is not bringing it down, it's actually connecting it to the core essence, as the Alter Rebbe continues in one of the classics, in a Geras HaKedesh Siman Chaf, written just a few days before he passed away. That Muhusei v'atzmusei shel ha'maitzil baruch hu. Shemitziusei hu matzmusei, the essence of God, the deepest essence of the divine itself. Shemitziusei hu matzmusei. Everything in existence is created by the source, by the creator. Only one thing is not created, the creator himself. So, from where does that existence come? It's called Mitziusi Matzmusei, it's self-generated. A reality that is real because it's real, not because someone put it here. So the Alter Rebbe continues, he's not an effect of any cause, God forbid, that put him here, God. And then this is the statement. That's why he has the power to create a yesh, like us, out of nowhere seemingly, that feels, that believes shum ila v'siba cheres kedemus liyesh hazeh. An entity like ourselves that feels self-contained. We also don't feel anyone created us. You may understand that we do, but we don't feel we're an extension of someone. We're self-contained. Maybe we're self-made even. This was a revolutionary statement that Alter Rebbe writes in Likutei Diburim, that when the Chassidim heard this, they literally could not believe the radical chiddush this was. And they celebrated in the streets. Why? Because we always saw the ego as being the root of all evil. The selfishness that the ego leads to. The ability to trample and hurt others. So you have to sublime the ego. And here the Alter Rebbe goes and says the ego, the fact that we feel that we're self-made, actually is rooted in the divine essence itself. And the job and the mission is now to channel our egos to be channels of the divine ego. This is one of the biggest chidushim of the Alter Rebbe and Chassidus, because it teaches us that our individuality is not a contradiction to God. It just has to be directed to the right end. The Yesh HaNivra becomes one with the Yesh HaMiti, a theme that you'll find very elaborated upon by the Rebbe, based on these teachings of the Alter Rebbe. The Alter Rebbe said that as much as you comprehend God, you can't comprehend him as he is in his core essence, but a nigun can help you reach that. That's why the Alter Rebbe explained to his Chassidim that if you want to understand Tanya, you need to have a nigina, song. Pesach Tavshin Daled, the Friedrich Rebbe writes that. Famous when the Alter Rebbe went to Shklov, a city of great scholars, and he's recognized that as much as he'll explain things and debate with them, they won't get it. So he decided to sing a song. In some places, in Purim Tavshin Chai says, the Rebbe says, the song was Tamuru Kitev Havaya Versuchten Zet as der Eberster is good. Taste and see that God is good. And when he sang the song, because it came from the essence of his heart, they flocked after him. The power of a song. And one of the 10 songs of the Alter Rebbe is Keliata.
Aroi me meko Ve